Hey everyone, welcome to Trader Jake's channel. Got a couple of names to go over after a pretty massive day in the market. Pretty big day for me personally with swings such as Netflix, Tesla, QQQ, Marvel, a couple other things. But the first name that I have for you is Marvel. This is getting proper continuation for what I was looking for from this 82 area. I think I covered this in one of the other videos. If not, I have been posting charts about this consistently from this area, this VCP that was building to get this continuation with a quarterly breakout into all-time high. Qualcomm reported after hours, so this should help move this into the new all-time high as long as this is able to stay basically above 88. I got those swings, the $90 calls for November 18th, and those are sitting really nicely so far. Still got time on these as well, so I will be holding those in anticipation that we do get this all-time high breakout. So the next name that I wanted to go over, and I've been pounding the table on this, Netflix and Meta, because these names I truly think are going to lead in 2024. And as of right now, they are all showing exactly what I have been wanting to see. Tesla, it's been taking so long for this to play out. And while it's been wrecking people back and forth to the upside and downside, this finally got the breakout that I was looking for. And if this holds, do not miss the move that is coming. This is going to get 320s to 350s, in my opinion, by the end of the month. We will see, obviously, if that happens. And obviously, we need the whole entire market to remain as resilient as it has been to get this kind of continuation, or the move is probably going to be delayed into December or even the end of the year. Either way, with time, this is a monster swing setup, and the fact that it's done nothing for almost the past 3 years, I would not be surprised to see this at all-time high by January, February timeframe, which is basically another $150 move, give or take from here. So keep watching this as long as above 271. You are getting that yearly breakout into all-time high more than likely. I am personally in some swings on it still, the 290s and 300 calls, as well as some 320s for next week. They're getting a little bit juiced up as we obviously got a huge, almost $45 move basically since yesterday. But this is dramatically underpriced relative to its upside potential, meaning that these premiums are going to be quite explosive if this move is able to fully manifest and play out as I am looking for it to. Going into the next name is going to be Netflix. I keep mentioning this one because it's gotten such nice continuation. You got the breakout yesterday, as you can see from here. We got the new all-time high. We also got the weekly breakout. If I switch to the weekly chart, you can see a very nice inside week continuation right into the new all-time high. And from here, I'm still looking for 804.90 as Netflix has a massive move coming. I still think that we're going to get 835s as well. This is lining up to happen sooner rather than later, just based on my levels. This to me implies mass expansion, not a name that you want to miss. I have been swinging this for like the past 2 weeks in anticipation for it, but it took its sweet time getting out of this range right here. But if we're able to hold above my 769.70, this has a pretty big move coming. I am hoping that tomorrow can be more of a pause day or just a small bar on the daily before getting that bigger day on Friday, in which we can get a potentially $20 to $30 move just this week, which would be pretty insane, but I'm not leaving it off the table as anything can happen. And this market is showing that you should not be short in a bull market when there is strength and full time frame continuity. And I think too many people's opinions are getting in the way of the market lately. Going into the end of the year, there is going to be max pain for both sides. It's probably going to be extremely hard to trade and frustrating with the way that things are going to happen overnight and the way that setups are going to play out. From what I'm seeing, at least, could be wrong, probably am, but I'm being very selective in my setups and the ones with the biggest risk reward, like the ones that I am mentioning, because If they work, they're going to work extremely well and they will make your month, your week, your day, just like some of them are doing that for me. So pay attention to these names and do not miss them when they come. The next name I wanted to go over is going to be Spy. I did an illustration that I actually posted on Twitter and in chat. You guys can look over it if you want. But I was essentially looking at a retest of this all-time high breakout, and that's what I was looking at in the past couple of videos. I was mentioning this as I wanted a move down first after basically Monday's move lower into last week's lows. Before we got to 565, potentially that 560.80, that did not happen. And that's why I'm so adamant on be non-biased and trade range because there is range to be had in either direction. I personally don't care which way the market is going to move, neither should you. The moves to the upside have the best risk reward unless we're getting a capitulation type move to the downside in which you can get short-term short trades. But other than that, the value is to the upside. I personally think that we're getting 600 probably before the end of the month at this rate, unless something crazy happens. I can't imagine that this market is not going to go parabolic and probably melt up based on the positioning that I am seeing and the moves that are setting up on higher time frames across majority of the sectors and majority of the names that I am looking for. So be very mindful in what you are trying to accomplish in the market because it's not going to be very straightforward and probably going to be a lot of fake outs before the move actually comes. This, in my opinion, has been setting up for a move like we got already. And we have been holding that all-time high breakout at 565 since September 19th, essentially. And that's no coincidence. We're building higher lows, higher highs. Try not to be short biased and let your opinions get in the way of the market and momentum because it will absolutely destroy you if you were on the wrong side of it. Anybody that was short coming into today, they probably had an extremely bad day. You also had VIX going from almost 22 points down to 15, I believe it was. That's a $7 move down on VIX. Your options, if you're trading options, they're getting absolutely crushed. Everything that is coming together is leading to more upside continuation than it is to getting a stall, at least for now. Next name that I wanted to go into is IWM. I have been waiting on this for weeks and months for this move to come, and it finally did. I have some swings on this on in my other account that I haven't really messed with too much, but I'm thinking that this gets the all-time high as long as this gap fill stays. This is more than likely getting all-time high. It's just a matter of when. I do think IWM and ARKK, as I keep saying, they are going to lead in 2025. It's no coincidence that we're starting to see those names that I've been mentioning starting to play out with them, such as Coinbase, Tesla, Zoom, Square, Roblox. All of these names, they are all in the ARK ETF. So it shouldn't be a surprise when these moves are starting to happen. Also wanted to go over Qualcomm real quick as this did have the earnings after hours. It did get a push up into this 194 area and basically peaked, it looks like. Not looking at what's happening actually after hours, just basing it off of what I did see earlier before recording this. But this has had this move coming, in my opinion, as well, based on just how solid this base has been building with structure and with the higher time frames. This is more than likely going to get that continuation. If this can hold 181, I'm looking for 194 into 205 plus, and that can be a very, very strong trade. Some other names to keep on radar are going to be Coinbase, GS, JPM. I do think cyber names are starting to get a rotation into it as we're starting to see some rotation out of solar names due to the elections. panw, so PANW, CRM, CrowdStrike, even other names such as like DDog and TTD. All of these cyber and cloud names are starting to show very good promise for me. So find a way to get in, grab a swing, and enjoy the ride if these trades start to play out. That being said, I will see you guys in the next video.